and lions and rats and all that. You need a peaceful environment so that you can sleep. Otherwise, you won't sleep. If you don't sleep, then you go crazy, you go mad. So we need all this comfortable environment to just preserve ourselves, to remain in this embodiment. And this embodiment is a great gift. So to remain in this embodiment, you need this creature comfort. That is your first goal, creature comfort. Some people say, no, I am not interested in creature comfort. You are not interested because your father has worked hard. That is why you are not interested. Your mother has worked hard. That is why you are not interested. There is a story about Ford, the senior Ford. Senior Ford checks into a hotel and the counter clerk says, "Sir, you are a very rich person. I have the best room for you, the executive room, the emperor executive room." Ford says, "No, I need the least expensive room." And he was surprised. You are such a rich man and you want the least expensive room, but when your son comes, he takes the best room. Your grandson comes, he takes the costliest room, expensive room. Why are you doing that? So he says, they have a rich father. My father was poor, he says. Therefore, I don't want this expensive room. So if you say, I don't work for this creature comfort, what you mean is somebody else is working for that. And you become an exploiter. You are exploiting the energy of someone else. Therefore, you all have the duty to work for your creature comfort, to protect your body and preserve your embodiment. We have to work. So you have to live by the sweat of thy brow. You have to live by your own labor. If you don't do that, we become an exploiter. We become a leisure class. The leisure class and the labor class division will come. The class division and conflicts will come. That's why people like Mahatma Gandhi, they always say, you have to work for your daily needs. Now your argument is that, no, I worked for 50 years or 35 years and I put some money in the bank. And I am living on the interest of that money. Sir, money doesn't beget money. Money doesn't deliver money. Money doesn't grow. If you put some money in the bank, do you think money is growing? Money is, you are getting interest for the money because somebody else is working. If somebody else is not working, your money has no value. And then you say, no, I have put money in the bank. That money is growing because people in the third world countries are working. Now Europeans are enjoying now. They are putting all their money in the bank and they are enjoying. They are taking vacation. They are going all over and they are enjoying because they say, I have the capital. I have put money. That money is invested in India or China where you get 9% interest. But in the developed country, there is no interest for your capital. If you put money in the bank in Japan, you have to pay for that because they are keeping your money. In America, you get 0 interest. That money has no value. That money gains value because it is invested. They are parking their money in India or Africa or third world countries where the interest rate is 9%, 10%, 11%, 15%. Because here, there are a lot of unemployed people. There are young people to sweat and toil. So again the colonization continues. Once upon a time they came here and exploit our resources. Now they have the capital. They invest the capital here. The colonized, this is the second generation of colonization, he says. Somebody somewhere, unknown people who are working on subsistence labor, subsistence the remuneration, and they are living there. And then because of which. So don't say, I have put some money in the bank, therefore I can comfortably live. Actually, you are again exploiting the other. And hence, the Upanishad, Gandhi, these great people, they say, we have to live by our own labor. Otherwise, you are a hypocrite. Otherwise, you are an exploiter. Otherwise, you are exploiting the poor people or the downtrodden people. And we also exploit nature. We also exploit nature, so that we don't have to work further. So every day, if you work, then you don't exploit nature. Nature is being exploited because you want to put a lot of money in the bank and then live on that. So that also doesn't happen, he says. So we all have to work individually for our own subsistence. What is our subsistence? Clothes, shelter, comfortable environment where there are no mosquitoes and rats and tigers and lions, and so that we can sleep well. This is our first need. So while you are working for those needs, you are expressing your desire and expressing your Brahmanhood. That's the realization of Brahman. The way you work, the way you enjoy your work, the sweat and the skin is shining now because you are sweating. And you have the proud privilege of eating from your backyard. You cultivate and you eat from that. So work for your creature comfort, that itself is an experience of your Brahmanhood. It is a samadhi experience, isn't it? When you cook good sambar and good food and others enjoy it and you also enjoy, that's a samadhi experience. So working for the creature comfort becomes a samadhi experience because you are expressing your full potential, your Brahmanhood, and you are happy. You are really happy at that time. Otherwise, you sit in a glass house and let others work, and then you are living in tremendous insecurity. Because those who sit in glass houses, they are afraid of others pelting stones at them. Therefore, you are living in tremendous insecurity. So this work itself for your basic needs. So after even retirement, you can at least work in your backyard. You can make your own tea. No, making my own tea. I am a samadhistaha. I am a realized person. I don't make my own tea. You make your own tea. That is a samadhi experience. Because through that means you are trying to explore and express yourself by making tea. In Japan, they say making tea and drinking tea is a samadhi experience. Samadhi experience. How you boil the water, how you pour the water in the kettle, how you light the stove and the boil, you watch that. And then you pour water into the cup. Then you put the tea leaves and then you watch them and the aroma spreads. And then you slowly sip, one sip after another. It is a meditative experience. So working for your own creature comfort, that's the goal you are setting. That's the goal you are setting. And through that, you explore and express your Brahmanhood and you attain samadhi there. The second goal you will set is not only that you need food and comforts today, you also need it for tomorrow, isn't it? Security needs, as they say. You have security needs. An animal doesn't have security needs. An animal, if it is a bunch of green grass, then it sleeps. If I give you breakfast, today breakfast, then next question is that, what about my tomorrow's breakfast? So we have the security needs. What is called artha needs. For the security needs, you have to keep something for tomorrow. So you have to work a little harder and reduce your consumption and save for tomorrow. So those security needs also have to be taken care of. So therefore you work a little harder, not just for today, but for the rainy day. you have to keep something. So those security needs when we work, that is another desire we have. You are pushing the goalpost a little further. Pushing the goalpost a little further. And then you strive for that. And again you are experiencing your Brahmanhood. The third need is belonging need. We like to belong to someone. So that belonging need, because man is a gregarious animal. We want a company. We want love and we want to give love. We want respect and we want to give respect. Thus you create a community. So there is a community need we have. And then one has to strive for that. And when you strive for that, the values come. Because when I am interacting with you, you are pursuing your own desires, isn't it? I am pursuing my desire. You are pursuing your desire. And when we come together, there will be a clash. And therefore, we have to engage in negotiation, discussions and dialogues so that we can create common spaces where we can create win-win situations, optimal solutions, and then values come. Otherwise, there is no value. If I see you, I show my fangs and I try to exterminate you. In the process of exterminating, you are trying to exterminate me, and both of us will be playing a zero-sum game. So values come. With these values, we can create positive, desirable outcome. So all the values, ahimsa, satyam, all those values are practiced in that situation. What is the situation we practice these values? When we come together, different people with the different desires, they all come together and they are trying to interact, and we are operating in a field of limited resources, isn't it? Suppose there is only one chair in this room and 10 people. What will happen? Everybody wants to sit on the chair, isn't it? Everybody wants to sit on the chair. In this scramble for possessing the chair, and we develop a new understanding that 10 people cannot sit simultaneously on the chair. So there should be some norm of using this limited resource, because desires are 10 people, 10 desires, but there is only one chair. So we have to create a norm. What is the norm? Let the oldest man sit on the chair. So all are agreed. The oldest man sit on the chair, the rest of the people stand around. Or let the youngest person sit on the chair. And we need some consensus on that. That can come through discussion. If you don't have that norm, there will be fight. And all of us will be at each other's throat. Let the youngest person sit on the chair. Or let the woman sit on the chair. Men can stand. Isn't it? Or let the wisest, most knowledgeable person sit on the chair. Or let everybody sit serially. You sit for 10 minutes, I sit for 10 minutes, and how do you decide who will sit first? According to the alphabet order, you can decide. Whose name is Anthony will sit first. Whose name is Seniba sit last. Isn't it? That way, we have to create some norms. These norms are what is called values. And you must have a value for the values, because ultimately it benefits you individually. Otherwise, we all are fighting. The law of the jungle. Isn't it? So to avoid the law of the jungle, to maximize our interest, we engage in this dialogue and debate and discussions, and then thus we create communities, culture, community, language. Without language, we cannot discuss. Without community, you cannot optimally fulfill your needs. Alone, I cannot optimally fulfill my needs. I need your help. You need my help. Together, we can create these communities. And then the importance of norm, dharma comes. So that pursuit also, that belonging need, creating communities, while you are doing this, you are experiencing Brahman. Because you are fulfilling a desire. That's another goalpost we have. Then the fourth goalpost is, I need a certain control over things. What is called power need. In any grouping, there will be a hierarchy. There is no grouping without hierarchy. Horizontally and vertically there will be hierarchies. And decisions are to be made. For decision making there should be a structure. And then someone takes the decision. Of course, the man who takes the decision or the woman who takes the decision must have the approval and consensus. So consensus building is important. So this power need also is a need that we have. And there is only, everybody cannot sit on the decision making position. There should be one or two people or one person or three people. So that's another goal you are setting. So how do you make decisions? And who is responsible for that? And how do you prepare yourself for that? How do you discipline yourself? What kind of soft skill you require? And that will be another goal that you are setting. So this way, there are several goals that you set in life, and when you exert yourself to the realization of these goals, you are expressing your Brahmanhood. You are expressing your inner powers, inner talents through these desire fulfilling goals, and these desire fulfilling goals can appear one after another. There is a gradation for that, and as you keep postponing moving your goalpost, you are deepening your Brahman experience. And the example is like a tall tree. A tree which wants to kiss the skies and the stars must have roots deeper and deeper.